Hey guys, so today I want to compare the reading experience here. I have my iPhone 5 on iOS 7 and my Galaxy S4 rocking the latest version of Android 4.2.2. Even though that doesn't really matter that much in this video, because what we will be checking out is the Amazon Kindle app. If you don't know what app that is, it's a very cool app. If you don't know what Amazon is, well, it's basically the biggest online store ever, storing all of their, like, they have a lot of ebooks and such. So if you want to read a lot of ebooks, if you want to educate yourself, if you want to become smarter than everyone else, if you want to earn a lot of money, if you want to do stuff in life, you should definitely check out the books and start reading every day and have fun. So the first thing before we start checking it out is that I want to say is that, of course, with the Galaxy S4 we can adapt, we can change the display. This is not something that we can do on the iOS 7 though. We can change different screen modes, which you can play around with. I have Adapt Display on right now that should adapt the display to the best environment that it's in, or the best app that's at the moment. But then it also has different like professional photo, movie that you can play around with. Dynamic also. I'm just gonna put dynamic display in this video. In the iPhone, of course, Apple likes to keep it simple, so they just have a brightness slider. But if we just fire up Kindle here, check it out, and we just have the app turned up like so. The first thing I want to say, of course, the first thing that you see here is that white looks more white on the iPhone with the LCD display. When I look at the displays from the top here, I'm very disappointed here with the Galaxy S4 in terms of the white color. Of course, the AMOLED display that the S4 has is still an amazing display. Still my favorite display ever, because in terms of a lot of different colors, when you have red, black, and green, and all of those colors, they look more colorful and stuff on an AMOLED display. That's why I do enjoy it more. People have been also wondering, like, yes, you get a higher resolution screen here on the Galaxy S4, but will it really make a difference in terms of reading? Well, the only thing that it will be different in terms of reading is that we will have a bigger screen. We have a bigger screen here, a 5-inch display here, and a 4-inch display on the iPhone. And that's, of course, most of the times, if you have the same screen, or if you have the same text size, you will see a little bit more text here on the Galaxy S4. But the thing that the Galaxy S4 has a 1080p display, and the iPhone 5 doesn't even have like a 720p display or something. It could actually have a 720p display. I'm not quite sure, but is that really making a difference in terms of pixels? No, it does not. In most situations, you're not going to notice any difference. If you read text that's extremely small, you will probably, and also in general, you'll probably also see the text might be a little bit more crisp on the Galaxy S4, but it's not going to be a major difference here. The first thing I can see here also is that when I go to the smallest text as possible here, I can see I can go even smaller here on the iPhone 5, which is pretty funny. So you can see there extremely small text, and it still looks very clear, because you have 300 pixels per inch or something, where you get around 400 pixels per inch on the S4. So you can probably see that it's maybe a little bit more crisp here. Let's see if we can zoom in also. So you can probably see that we are at the smallest text size on both these two, but of course they are different apps. But a little bit more clear here on the S4. But the thing that white looks is so much better as a background. It's really making the iPhone 5 still a killer device if you talk about reading, and also in terms of features here, of course. We do have about the same features here in the Amazon app. Of course, we can try out a different background here to also see how that do perform. Yeah, definitely when we start to play around with colors, the AMOLED display becomes kind of interested here. Almost looks like a white tone here on the iPhone 5, where it really looks colorful now with this sepia tone on the S4, which is pretty interesting. And then if we go, wait a sec, let's see here. Whoa, why did the text go black? Okay, that's interesting. When I go black here, I can't even read the text. Okay, that's pretty random. Yeah, the display really goes black. Okay, that's quite interesting. I'm not sure why it feels like a glitch or something, that it should not be like so. I mean, why would you want to have a full black display? It's kind of retarded. Let's see here also if we can check out some other features. We get an extra thing here inside of the S4 I see right now, or in Android, that we can actually change. So if you want to see even more text, you do have some options for that. Now of course you don't it doesn't seem like you get that in the iPhone 5, but you do get spacing here, which is pretty good. Let's see here if we can go to yeah, we have the tightest spacing here. We have that also on the iPhone, and then also to display the most text here. You can see though that I can also change the font here on the iPhone, which is a little bit cool. You can play around with that, but you can see here that even though the display is much bigger here on the S4, you probably won't see that much more text, because you can go even smaller with on the iPhone. So it really comes down to what you do prefer. If the black mode would work in reading mode, that would be pretty interesting, because usually black should look pretty insane here on the S4, but it doesn't seem to be working super awesome. But yeah, a quick little look here. Just you decide a winner. I don't want to decide a winner. I don't want to decide a winner. But have a good day.